So my lyrics been a long time waiting for you, and then you push me away. Painkillers for breakfast, I ain't feeling today. I'm fucking geeked up, but I tell her I'm okay.
How's it going? It is Meso here, and today I'm going to be showing you guys a little video on how I go fast around China. Now, you guys haven't seen me do any laps of China unless you're coming from my TikTok. And yeah, so if you come in from my TikTok, then I'm going to show you guys how fast I can do it. Because if you guys did not see, I did a video and I took one of the corners really fast in the wet, and so many people were wondering how I was going fast. So I thought I'd make a video on going fast around China and just basically a track walk. So coming into T1 here, it is sort of a bit of a luck. You want to sort of, it's a bit hard to, you know, show you guys how to do it slowish. But coming through, actually let's restart the lap here and we'll go a little bit slower here. Coming into T1, it is a little bit of luck and your setup. I'll show you guys my setup. Hi guys, so this is what I'm going to be showing you. I'm going to be showing you my car setup for around, pretty much, this is just my generic setup as such. I just really have not, I like it. It's good. It's got the perfect amount of downforce. It's got the perfect amount of everything. So it seems to be this one right here, the Fast Spain. I did make it on Spain. That's why I did have a point. I got into top 1,000, I think, on Spain. I'm pretty sure. So that's why I called it Fast Spain. But let's view it here. Fuel load, you obviously can't change that in time trials, but generally when I'm doing races, I like to run 2 extra laps of fuel, because towards the end of the race, the AI get a lot more aggressive. So having those, and I run lean the whole race, and then maybe 3 laps before the end of the race, when I'm really just trying to get positions up, I chuck it into rich and use up the rest of that fuel that I have in there. So going into Aerodynamics here, I have 9 and 10 on the front wing, 9 on the front wing, 10 on the rear. This is just my setup. It works so well. I think transmission has been left 80-74. I think that's default, pretty sure. Or default 75-60 or something. So I'm running 80 and 74. I don't really need the differential at this point in time until I start getting a bit better and start to feel if I need it or not. I'll probably do that, but for now it's pretty good. I left the geometry all the same. I think this is default, but here it is anyway. If it's not, it was maybe a couple weeks ago I made this setup, so I can't remember if it is default or not. So coming into the actual suspension now, I'm running 5.5 and then 7 down the rest of the board. So I'm pretty sure that's also default. I just haven't really changed this much because at the point in time right now, I don't really need it. I haven't felt like I need it, so for my type of driving. Now we're running brake pressure is running at 81% and front brake bias at 61%. This is just what I feel is right for this setup. It really helps with the front brake bias to not, like, leaving it around 61, like 50%, you know, like around there. It's really good for not locking your rear wheels and sliding out. I don't use this setup in the wet. I will show you the setup that I use in the wet. So that's just one quick disclaimer. Now coming into the tires, I just run 23 and 21.5. 23 being the front, 21.5 being the rear. This is just what I use. I haven't really felt like I need to lower it or raise it. this is just a really fast setup. It's pretty nice in the corners. You can brake really late because of the downforce. That is one thing. Running 9 and 10 is the reason that I run 9 and 10 is the downforce is just so much. You can brake really late and then still make it around the corner and get your apex pretty well. All right, and now I will show you guys my, this is my China wet. So if you guys did come from the TikTok, you would have seen me using this setup in my thing. So this was, I found this one on the Steam workshop. You guys won't be able to see it. I'll tell you who it's made by. It is, can't actually tell you, sorry. But yes, I'm sorry about that one, but actually I might be able to. Hold on. It is made by, sorry for the glitchiness, Gatic. So this is the setup I use, the all-car setup, top 25 rain, China, Gatic. That is what I use. It is an absolute beast for the China wet. I was sort of caught off guard because I did training and I did practice and quali all in the dry, and I was sort of like, oh, I don't have a wet setup. So I just went on to the workshop to do it. So this is what the setup is running here. We're running 510 on the aero, and we are running a 75-75 on the transmission. I'm just going to go through this one quickly. This is it. Negative 2.6, negative 1.1. The front toe and the rear toe is 0.08 and 0.41 degrees, all of them. And then coming into suspension now, front suspension is at 4, rear's 4, anti-roll is at 8 and 8, and ride height is at 11 and 11. And then on the brakes, we're running 78 and 56 on the brake pressure being 78. And tires, we are running 23 and 21.1, which is the same as the other setup. I'm pretty sure, yes. Yes, it is the same as the other setup. So there you go, guys. I'll go back into past me that was doing the laps. So this is future me right now. So for the whole thing. So coming down this straight, you want to try and get into 8th by the time you get to here. Brake not too much, and you want to come around here and just slowly shifting down while still trying to keep it just on the green side. And you want to be around 2nd by the time you get to the top of the hill. Drop it down into 1st as you come through this corner here, and shift your way up full power through. Now I will show you guys my assist. Now you want to try and get down into 1st here while hitting the apex. So you want to be braking and shifting down. Shifting up to around 7th here, and just, if you guys have a look at my acceleration there, it's not really just going flat out, it's just feathering the throttle, trying to, and then you brake into here, shifting down to 2nd. It's sort of just feathering the throttle through a lot of these corners. That's how you sort of go fast, because you want to accelerate. Now you want to brake going from 8th to 1st. Run into that one a little bit wider than what I wanted to, but coming into the chicane pretty well, and you want to just follow the line, but taking off the line, hitting the sharper bit of that corner. Now going super fast down here, you want to hit DRS as soon as possible. You want to be in 8th. Now this is a big one. In 8th before you hit that DRS zone. Braking at 100, really hard braking. This is for my assist settings, so I'll show you guys that just after this lap. Now, and then you want to brake just so that it goes, and you should make it around that corner pretty well. Now you want to be in about 6th going across the line. This is sort of just like rough things. And 8th before you hit the corner, braking at the 50, only for like a little bit. And I know I went off the track there a little bit, but normally you don't turn that much. Going into 1st around there, and then putting it in 1st around there as well, and sort of just accelerate through it. And then we're gonna get into here, braking hard, trying to get through that corner as good as possible. You want to try and keep your inside wheel just on the outside of that curb there. And then just shifting down, trying to keep it in about the yellow. So if you guys don't have racing lines on, I don't have full racing line, I just have it on corners only, because I find, you know, like just knowing your braking zones is a little bit hard for me. I just got really bad memory. But we're sort of feathering it through there. It was sort of a bit fast, so if you start to oversteer, what you can do is you can shift down one gear and put a bit more power on, and then you'll be good to make it through that corner. Now, yet again, braking at the 100 here, braking hard. I'm really sorry if you don't have anti-locks on, but I am sort of new at the game, so I'm not willing to do this yet. But and just so that it's on orange, and then power through it in about 4th. Now coming in the 6th, 7th, 8th before you go past the lights. And then next lap, I'll try and get a fast lap out for you guys. So yeah, coming around that corner, by the time that last bend on the hill, you want to be in 1st. Going around this in about 2nd. If you're going a bit too far, drop it down in the 1st, give it a bit of throttle, and then go back up in a 2nd. Braking it around the 100 there, and shifting it down to 2nd or 1st, depending on how fast you came into that corner. You could probably go a little bit faster there. Keeping it on orange around about this corner. With this setup, it's pretty good. I would have already shown you the setup, so it's really weird the way I'm editing this, but yeah, it'll do. So now we're going into the chicane again, braking really hard, shifting it down into 1st if you have to, and then shifting it into 2nd. Throughout this corner you want to be shifting up to keep up with the acceleration. Probably spun it a little bit too much there, but you want to keep it on, you want to keep your wheel just off that curb there, and keeping it into the right side of the track. Now we want to brake at the 100, brake really hard, pushing on that brake pedal really hard, and accelerate through the corner. Now I'm going to show you guys a fast lap around here. So I'm going to try. I'm going to sweat this one. So just a fair warning to you guys. So you want to keep it red most of the way through, and just using a little bit of brake and using the engine to slow you down. See, I went a little bit wide there, shifted into 1st, and that was just enough to keep me on the track. Only just now we're down into the red, but braking on the 100 should be able to get a good corner. Making sure that you're turning at the right times can really make or break your lap time. Don't know if I can beat my best. I did it in a Mercedes, so don't think the McLaren's fast enough to beat the Mercedes record for me. But now we're into the green, shifting it down to about 2nd there to make it through, shifting all your way up, and then coming into the chicane now, braking at about the 100, braking really hard and shifting into 1st. You just want to feather through the throttle, try and keep it on the track, but overshooting that doesn't really change too much. Keeping it into the corner there and just accelerating your heart out through here, hitting the DRS as soon as it comes on, trying to make the most of it on this shorter straight, not as long. Braking at the 100 really, really hard there, turning at the right time, getting a good exit, shooting up through the delta. A little bit red there, but should be right. Not registered, but I was 0.02 of a second off my lap time there. Probably has something to do with the Mercedes, but yeah, it'll have to do. But you can get pretty far up into the speed through there, but you start to lose it on the exit if you don't hit them right. I really did do something right here to hit this good of a lap time, but yeah, it's going to be a struggle for me to try and beat my previous lap time around here. you want to just try and keep it in. You can pretty much power your whole way through that corner, and then as soon as you get it down to orange there, you can just power your way through there. Down into second, and accelerating the whole way through there, shifting up. Now we're going down on our delta a little bit, but if you're braking off, going into second there, this is what we want. Now keeping it on the track, almost a second off, over a second now, still going fastest, okay. So it looks like you can, it is pretty easy, you just gotta get lucky. Now, I don't know, the car was so much faster here. But braking at that 100 as much as you can, trying to get down into first and accelerating your way through there. Almost a second up again. And then braking through there. You want to try and almost clip that bollard there. And we are a second up on that lap, or half a second up on that lap time. So I hope you guys did enjoy this quick little video. It's not that long, but yeah, I'm really happy with all the support we've been getting lately on, especially the TikTok. It means so much to me because I mean, the other day I had literally posted and I had only gotten like a couple, like 1,000 views, and I was gassed about that. And then that one that I posted of me doing the P1 on China in the wet and doing it that fast, about as fast as what we were doing here in the wet, that was, yeah, it was pretty good. So it got about 3,000 views in 10 hours, which is way more than what I normally get. And yeah, so thank you guys for watching. Make sure you like and subscribe. Go tell your friends about me if they're interested in F1 videos. And if this was helpful, leave a like. Tell me down in the comments if you want to see me do any other track walks, styles sort of like this. Yeah, hope you guys enjoy, and I'll see you guys later. Cheers, guys.
Yeah, I've spent a long time waiting for you, and then you push me away. Painkillers for breakfast, I ain't feeling the day. I'm fucking geeked up, but I tell her I'm okay. I'm KS, I'm depressed, all my lyrics. Spent a long time waiting for you, and then you push me away. Painkillers for breakfast, I ain't feeling the day. I'm fucking geeked up, but I tell her